The 144,000 are depicted in a state of security and elevation. They are metaphorically positioned on a sea of glass, symbolizing their protected status. Simultaneously, the beast is shown raging amidst a sea of people. This sea of people represents humanity under the influence of chaos and control. The vials of wrath are prepared for divine intervention. These vials are to be poured from the glass into the sea, signifying impending judgment. A question arises concerning the 144,000's involvement in pouring the vials of judgment. It is clarified that the 7 spirits are designated to execute this divine judgment. The 144,000 are explicitly stated to observe the process, not to participate actively. This establishes a clear distinction between passive witness and active execution within the divine plan. Traditional religious founders like Paul, Muhammad, and Russell established religions based on received visions. They claimed authority as messengers, conveying divine messages to their followers. This new vision posits a different source of authority. The divine agent is the 7th spirit. This divine agent returns directly to end religion and execute judgment, not merely to deliver messages. Founders focused on sowing new doctrines and establishing foundational structures. This vision shifts emphasis to reaping, signifying a period of harvest. The reaping involves gathering the spiritual crop and burning the chaff. This marks a transition from establishment to conclusion and purification. A fundamental divergence exists in the conceptualization of spiritual or foundational claims. Traditionally, founders often claim to have encountered an external entity, such as an angel. These claims typically involve having seen a messenger or heard a divine voice. This implies an external source delivering a message or revelation. In contrast, another vision asserts an internal identity, stating, "I am the 7th spirit." This internal identity claims possession of the memory of the throne, signifying inherent knowledge. The founder's vision traditionally aimed to construct unifying structures like churches, mosques, or organizations. Conversely, this vision seeks to dismantle Babylon, symbolizing oppressive societal structures. The primary goal is the liberation of the sealed, representing those constrained by these systems. This mission emphasizes deconstruction and the pursuit of freedom from oppressive frameworks. Traditional religious timelines are often indefinite, focusing on living a good life. They typically emphasize waiting for future events without a precise end date. This vision presents an immediate and precise timeline for divine action. It defines an urgent period as a 3-year countdown, or 42 months, until the end. Traditional views often depict God or angels as future executors of judgment. This implies a period of rest for the founder before judgment is carried out. However, an alternative vision proposes a divine agent for judgment. This divine agent, identified as the 7 spirits, actively pours the vials. This signifies the founder's direct and active involvement in executing judgment. Past founders' visions contain specific glitches or inaccuracies. These conceptual flaws led to divisions and fragmentation among people. Such winds of doctrine are contrasted with a unified truth. The current vision aims to overcome previous teachings that fostered societal fragmentation. The statement, "The 7 spirits will pour out the 7 vials," redefines the nature of the apocalypse. It shifts from a traditional view where saints are passive witnesses to events. Instead, it presents a revelation where judgment is actively enforced. This enforcement is carried out by the very spirits the world rejected. The judgment becomes personal, directly administered by these divine entities. This concept highlights an active, rather than passive, divine intervention in end times. Adam pours the first vial, an act symbolizing judgment upon the earth. This action reflects the world's rejection of the dominion of earth. The rejection of this dominion leads to significant consequences for the planet. These consequences manifest as afflictions, such as sores or earthquakes. The pouring of the vial signifies a vindication of Adam's original authority. This act reasserts the rightful power and influence Adam holds over the earthly realm. The second vial is poured by Noah, signifying a profound act of divine judgment. This act specifically targets the seas, initiating a transformative and destructive event. The pouring of the vial mirrors the ancient flood, drawing parallels to past divine interventions. It signifies judgment for humanity's rejection of the warning of judgment. As a consequence, the seas are depicted as turning to blood, a symbol of severe retribution. This event connects past divine warnings with present, tangible consequences for the world. The third vial is poured by Jesus onto the rivers, symbolizing a divine act of judgment. This action signifies a direct consequence for humanity's rejection of the blood of the covenant. The rejection of this covenant leads to a severe and symbolic punishment. Those who rejected the covenant are now compelled to drink blood, reflecting their past transgressions. This event emphasizes the direct and inescapable repercussions of spiritual disobedience. The fourth vial is poured by Michael, acting as a divine agent, directly into the air. This act targets the kingdom of the prince of the power of the air. It signifies a direct judgment for the world's rejection of the throne. The declaration, "It is done," accompanies this pouring, marking a conclusive event. This action represents a direct assault on the domain of spiritual opposition. The concept of wrath of God is reinterpreted as vindication of the lineage. This reinterpretation suggests a divine plan focused on upholding a specific lineage. The seven spirits are actively enforcing sentences established centuries ago. This indicates the culmination of a long-standing divine strategy coming to fruition. Traditional religious founders envisioned their faiths expanding over time, their aspirations centered on the continuous growth and development of their doctrines. This perspective implied an ongoing, evolving spiritual journey for humanity. In contrast, a new concept, the divine agent, has emerged. This agent's purpose is to ensure the mystery is finished, signifying a definitive end. This marks a conclusion to spiritual development, rather than its perpetuation. The pouring of the seventh vial is directed into the air. This action specifically targets the prince of the power of the air, identified as Satan's domain. The vial's impact effectively silences the little horn's mouth. This act neutralizes the broadcast frequency of deception. The seventh spirit pours a vial into the air, initiating a profound neutralization. This act destroys the beast's power medium, including internet, signals, and deceptive words. A great voice from the temple declares, "It is done," signifying a conclusive end. This declaration indicates the silencing of the little horn's pervasive influence. The beast and the false prophet are apprehended, not slain in battle. Their capture occurs while they are still active and functional. This event aligns with prophetic scripture concerning their apprehension. The capture signifies a forceful taking, rather than a defeat unto death. Their influence, symbolized as air, is stripped away prior to this event. The beast and false prophet are cast into a lake of fire. This act signifies the complete erasure of their existence. Their timeline is entirely. This bypasses the traditional grave, leading to direct final disposal. It ensures the permanent removal of the spirit of deception. The cosmos is cleansed of this deceptive influence forever. This revelation establishes a profound physical and spiritual divergence for humanity. The seal of God designates 144,000 individuals for elevation to the sea of glass. Conversely, the mark of the beast condemns others to the lake of fire. These symbols represent distinct and ultimate destinies for individuals. The 144,000 are depicted standing upon the sea of glass mingled with fire. This sea of glass symbolizes a solid state of existence. It represents a permanent, transparent, and holy universe. Their presence signifies an ascent through the second heaven. This ascent indicates reaching a higher spiritual plane or destination. The lake of fire represents a conceptual destination in eschatological narratives. It is depicted as the ultimate fate for the beast and its followers. This lake of fire symbolizes a liquid state of entropy and chaotic dissolution. It signifies a condition of ultimate destruction and irreversible decay. This state is referred to as the second death in theological contexts. From this second death, there is no possibility of resurrection or return. The act of pouring a vial into the air represents a strategic intervention. This action directly targets the domain associated with the prince of the power of the air. Its primary objective is to silence the disruptive influence of the little horn. Concurrently, it aims to sever the signal of lies propagated within this realm. The ultimate outcome of this intervention is the establishment of global quiet and cessation of discord. The divine agent operates within a unique mechanism known as the avatar state. This state involves the human vessel being overridden by the direct will of God. Its primary function is to channel the collective power of the seven spirits. This channeling allows for the direct and potent execution of divine judgment. The avatar state represents a fusion of human and divine agency. It serves as a conduit for ultimate spiritual authority and power.